Today from George Jenkins Arena inside the Lakeland Center, the site of the 2012 FHSAA Boys Basketball Finals. This is the Class 3A State Championship game between the defending state champions, the Lions of Sagemont, against number 1 Tampa Prep, the Terrapins, at 30-1. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Rideout along with Mark Grisick, and we welcome you to a good crowd, Mark, for this state championship game. Tampa Prep obviously close, so they can bring a lot of people here. I know it's good to always miss school, and for a good cause today.
It looks like the Tampa Prep got out of school today. It looks like the whole student body is here, and they're all excited, and good crowd for 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. And we got a little bit of a trend going on. Number 1 has been able to win a state championship so far. We'll see if it holds up for number 1 Tampa Prep. There's the starting lineups for the Terrapins. Boy, Josh Heath had a big game in the semifinals, Mark.
Yeah, he played outstanding. He is a very solid player for them, and he really stepped up in the semifinal game with 22 points and played very well.
Heath, Berlin, Morgan, and Lavi in the backcourt, and Rabigui is the 6'8" junior inside. For the Lions of Sagemont, they are the defending state champions, and this is their starting 5. Nick DeLucia, Joe Kirby, and Kulichoff in the backcourt for Sagemont. Boy, Jeff Kobe, the big guy inside. That's going to be a great matchup today. He also had a big game in the semifinals.
Yeah, just watching them warm up, it looks like Sagemont's a little bigger than Tampa Prep and has got a little bit of a size advantage inside. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can attack inside.
So Tampa Prep and Sagemont. Tampa Prep coached by Joe Finland in his 29th year, seeking that elusive state championship. This is the 8th time they've been to the Final Four, and they've also made 3 previous trips to the state final, but have not been able to win a state championship, even when Casey Sanders was there.
Yeah, we actually, I was at PK Young that year. We played Tampa Prep in the semifinals, and they went on to get knocked off by Port St. Joe that year. Yeah. So he's had some really good teams, and unfortunately I know a little something about getting here and not being able to win it, and it's tough. You get here, and you got to have a little luck along the way, and so we'll see. They've got an outstanding team this year, so we'll see if this could be the year for them.
Meanwhile, Sagemont, the defending state champions, ranked 3rd in the state, coached by Adam Ross in his 4th year. They're back in the state final, looking to repeat as Class 3A state champions.
Okay, is that better?
Yep. We got a loud crowd here today, so just bear with us, folks. We'll do our best to project our voices, if you will. So stay with us as we get ready for this Class 3A state championship. Let's give you the officials for today's game. Alvin Smith is your referee. Andrew Garrison and Tasha Smith are your umpires. So again, the starting lineups for the Terrapins of Tampa Prep. It'll be Heath, Berlin, Morgan, Lavi, and Rabigui. And for the Lions of Sagemont, Kobe, DeLucia, Kirby, Cooper, and Kulichoff. In the state semifinals, Sagemont defeated Shorecrest Prep by the final score of 71-49. They got off to a great start, outscoring Shorecrest Prep 24-12 in the opening quarter. In addition to Kobe's 22 points, Joe Kirby had 12 points, and Igor Kulichoff, 6'5" junior, had 13 points and 10 boards. In the semifinals for Tampa Prep, it was a close game against Providence. In fact, Providence led with a little under a minute to play in the game, but Tampa Prep was able to get the game into overtime. They hit their free throws down the stretch. They outscored Providence 8-2 in the overtime period to win it 56-50. In addition to Josh Heath, Marshall Holmes had 13 points and 4 steals. So we're all set for this Class 3A state championship game. Sit back, it should be a good one. Number 1, Tampa Prep, and the defending state champions, the Lions of Sagemont. Sagemont with good size inside. Kobe at 6'8", Cooper at 6'5", and also Kulichev at 6'5". Rabigui will jump for Tampa Prep. 8 minutes up on the board. We'll play 4 8-minute quarters. Kobe tried to get the tip, but instead is controlled by Tampa Prep. They will move from our right to our left here in the opening quarter of play. And the coach's son, Mark, Josh Heath, will run the point today.
Looks like Sagemont's come out in a 2-3 zone. Going to make them try to shoot it from outside. Traditionally, teams have had trouble down here shooting the ball in Lakeland.
Great pass from Heath, down low to Kobe, layup good. Rabigwe, my apologies. Here's a steal. Heath back the other way. Morgan up top to Heath, just underway at the Lakeland Center for this Class 3A state championship game. Berlin cut off baseline, brings it back up top to Heath. Good pass again by Heath. This one goes off the hands of Rabigwe, but picked up, saved on the near sideline by Berlin.
Heath's doing a nice job. That's 2 really nice passes he's had into the interior of that zone.
Well, he's got the fro going today too, doesn't he?
Yeah, his dad said he's got to live with that, I guess.
Very patient on offense right now. That's Lavi up top to Heath again. Heath drives in, cut off. Loose ball. Saved by Heath into the corner. Lavi's 3 is good.
Yeah, that turned from an almost turnover to an open 3. They were lucky to be able to save that.
Ephraim goes by Fry in school. And we got a foul called along the left baseline.
Wow, that was a quick whistle, I thought, on that one. Tampa Prep's out in a man-to-man, but that was a dry baseline and just called a hand check there or something.
It's going to be a foul on Greg Berlin, his first, team first. There's Kobe in the lane. No, but he got fouled, and the Columbia University signee will go to the line and shoot 2 shots.
That was a nice, strong move. He caught it and spun back middle. He looked good on that.
Foul whistled against Adonis Rabigwe. That'll be his first, team second.
I don't think they can afford for him to get in foul trouble. They don't have a lot of size on that bench.
It's interesting. Kobe only shot 1 free throw in the semifinals, and his free throw puts the Lions on the board. They trail 5-1. .6'8" senior. Got them both. Nice touch for the big guy.
Look good on those. Here's a little full court pressure from Sagemont. Now a little 2-2-1.
Heath breaks the press in the lane, gets by Kobe and lays it in.
Nice drive, right to the basket.
Outlet ahead now to Cooper. Baseline shot, no good. Rebounded by Morgan of Tampa Prep. But a steal, and Kobe's shot blocked. He gets it back. No, actually, they're going to call a foul. It looked like to be a pretty good block, Coach.
I thought that was a block. I didn't hear the whistle. I don't know if we're in this crowd.
The crowd's so loud in here.
Yeah, I didn't hear the whistle on that. Morgan had the turnover there. They executed back, and I thought Morgan got a block, but
first foul on the senior, Devontae Morgan, as Kobe shoots 2 again. After making his first 2, misses that free throw. Again, the numbers for Kobe yesterday: 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 steals in 20 minutes of action. He was 11 of 18 from the floor.
Wow.
And he got them both, or he got 1 of 2.
Here they come back with the press. Tampa Prep really handled it last time.
A little over 2 minutes into this Class 3A state championship game from the Lakeland Center. Mike Rideout along with Mark Grisick, who, by the way, is the head coach in Orlando. So not a far drive for you today.
No, not at all.
Head coach at Olympia High School, which lost to Dr. Phillips. Boy, great matchup. Top 4 teams. 2 of the top 4 teams in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of us had to go home, and it was us.
But congratulations, a great year. I know it was disappointing, but you had some great kids this year.
Yep.
5:30 left. Opening quarter, 7-3. Tampa Prep by 4. A chance for Sagemont to close the gap to 2. Looking inside, but good defense by Tampa Prep. Baseline move, nice move. The shot no good, the tap no good by Kulichov.
That's where their advantage is. I mean, I think Sagemont can hurt them inside and on the boards. And it looks like they are making a very conscious effort to get the ball inside.
Heath with a basketball into the front court. Goes into the lane to Morgan, back out to Heath. Good pass down to the baseline again. Boy, he's accurate with these passes so far.
I'm really impressed with Heath. I think he's doing a great job of really seeing inside and getting the ball inside.
Jeff Kobe picked up a foul. That'll be his first, team first. And it's so loud I didn't even hear the whistle. Heath to trigger it in. Good bounce pass into the lane. Morgan can't finish.
I thought that was a foul.
Outlet ahead now to Kirby. Kirby inside the arc for two. No good. Heath with a rebound. Josh Heath.
Nice pass.
The junior. Good look inside. And the layup good by Marshall Holmes. 9-5 Tampa Prep. Kobe. Turnaround shot. Baseline. No good. Rebounded by Marshall Holmes. Good find, but right into the hands of Ravigui, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Great pass. He just couldn't handle the pass.
Coming up on our first media timeout as we're almost halfway done with this first quarter.
I'm really impressed with Josh Heath and his ability to run the team, and he's just so composed out there. You know, Devontae Morgan's kind of their guy. He's signed with Butler, but Heath looks like he's become the leader of this team.
Yeah, also had 4 assists and 1 steal in the semifinals. And a foul called. Joe Finland can't believe the call. He's in his 29th year. Won a bunch of games at Tampa Prep.
He's had some really good teams there.
Marshall Holmes whistled for the foul. That's his first, team 4.
Holmes is a kid that came off the bench in the semifinal and had 13 points for him in the semifinal. He's played a big role for them this season.
Jeff Kobe back to the line to shoot 2 shots. The senior 3 for 4 from the line. He has 5 first quarter points. In fact, all 5 points for Sagemont. Sagemont making their 4th trip to the state finals in the last 5 seasons. Back-to-back state champions. Jeff Kobe is the only returning starter from that team, but he was the MVP last year. And they're a good bet to get back here again. They start 2 juniors and 2 sophomores, as the second free throw is also no good. He missed them both.
Yeah, I think Sagemont's a power down there that's always going to be good.
Heath picked up by DeLucia. Now gets it back in the hands of Morgan. Heath back over to Morgan. Under 4 minutes to play in the opening quarter. 4-point game here in this Class 3A state championship game. Heath penetrates as he splits defenders and then gets it off to Morgan, who knocks, actually that was Holmes, excuse me, and that's 2 field goals for Marshall Holmes.
Once again, Heath getting in the teeth of the zone there and really making a good decision, getting a guy wide open 12-footer.
Kulichoff, good find along the baseline, reverse layup, wouldn't go for Rolfs. Tampa Prep running the other way. Heath off the glass for 2.
I think he wanted to pass that back to Morgan.
I think so,
they
too.
played the pass, and he ended up shooting it and made it.
And he made that decision in mid-flight, too. Ball goes out of bounds, back to Tampa Prep. There's our first media timeout. 2 minutes and 52 seconds to play in the opening quarter, and it's an 8-point lead for Tampa Prep. Mark Grissick, your thoughts so far in this first quarter?
I just think Tampa Prep is being way more patient offensively. They're making great decisions, and Sagemont is taking some quick shots down here, tough shots, and I think they've just got to slow down a little bit and work to get the ball inside to their big guy and maybe work a little inside out before they take some of those shots. But Tampa Prep's just really controlled it right now, and in fact could be up by even more if they don't drop a couple passes down low.
We have yet to see the Russia transfer Igor Kulichoff, 6'5" junior, number 15 for Sagemont, get involved. He played on the 19 and under Israel team. Averages 16 points and 8.6 rebounds per game. That's a nice 1-2 punch inside with Kobe.
Oh, very much so. And that's why I say they've just got to be patient and work to get the ball inside. I mean, that's where their strength is, obviously. So, when you come down and take a quick shot and don't even allow those guys a touch, I think it hurts you.
Tampa Prep hit 5 of 6 free throws in the last minute and 26 seconds of regulation against Providence. They were able to get the game into overtime, and then they beat Providence in overtime 56-50 to get here.
Now this is interesting. Tampa Prep's gone small. They took the big guy out, and Sagemont come out in a man-to-man, and Heath just drives his guy right to the basket and scores.
Wow. Great start for the junior, Josh Heath. 6 points in the opening quarter, but a bank shot back the other way. And actually that is Joe Kirby's first 2 of the game. Let's see if they'll count that shot. I don't think they will. Foul was called on the baseline.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the, Sagemont going man. They're going to have a tough time matching up right now because Tampa Prep has really got all guards in there.
Mark, that's the second foul on Jeff Kobe.
Wow.
He's going to have to check out.
That definitely hurts him.
Follow-away shot in the lane comes up short for Holmes. Rebounded by Sagemont. Sagemont shooting just 12.5% from the floor. Bank shot good, though, by Joe Kirby.
That's 2 nice drives in a row for him. He's looked good. He looks like he's getting a little more aggressive. It'll be interesting to see how long they keep Kobe on the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back with him before the second half.
Ball deflected and stolen, picked up by DeLucia. DeLucia to Kirby. Kirby, nice look inside. Reverse layup good by Victor Rolfs, and he got fouled.
Once again, Kirby getting in the paint, being aggressive, and made the right decision there with a nice pass and a layup.
So it'll be a 3-point play the old school way for the 6'4" senior. The foul was called on Josh Heath. That's his first, team 5th. Tampa Prep fans giving him some noise. But he knocks down the free throw anyway. There's Tampa Prep fans behind us. There's Tampa Prep fans in behind the Tampa Prep bench. They're all over the place.
Yeah, they've definitely got the home court advantage here today.
Yes. Chant of defense now from the fans who made it from South Florida. Morgan will try a 3.
Wow.
No good, but how about the rebound? Just snatched away by Rabigwe. And then a foul called against Sagemont.
You know what's interesting is since Sagemont's gone to the man-to-man, now Tampa Prep's impatient. And I mean, that was a tough shot by Devontae Morgan right there. And they were much more patient against the zone.
.123 left in the opening quarter. 3-point game. Terrapins by 3 with the basketball. Tampa Prep in the home whites. Lions in the dark unis. Heath in the lane, no good. Rebounded by View Conde. He's another big guy that comes off the bench, a 6'8" junior. And a block. Another block. Back-to-back blocks by Conde. And a layup good by Marshall Holmes. I said Conde, I meant Rabigwe. Wrong guy, wrong team. My apologies.
Yeah, he hustled down and got that.
Both 33s are pretty big. Conde at 6'8". Rabigwe, as there's a basket there. And that's the 5th point for Victor Rolfs. Good first quarter here in this Class 3A state championship game.
Yeah, both teams really starting to get up and down a little bit.
Heath displaying his dribbling ability there. Now inside Rabigwe. No good, and snatched out of the air by Conde. Kirby into the front court. Only 4 seconds left. Long 3 beyond the top of the key, comes up short for Kulichov, and that is the end of the first quarter here at the Lakeland Center. Number 1 Tampa Prep looking for their first state championship in boys basketball. They lead by 3 as we head to the second quarter. It's Tampa Prep 17, Sagemont 14, right here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Pictures right now of the glossy finish trailer outside the North Point course of the arena. Here, there, you can quick order photos of your favorite players. Glossy finish, this is photographer, FHSAA final.
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center. You see the score at the end of one quarter of play in this Class 3A state championship. Tampa Prep leading at 17-14. Josh Heath with 6. Marshall Holmes with 6 for the Terrapins. Meanwhile, Jeff Kobe with 5, and also Victor Rolfs off the bench with 5. But right now, the Lions mark Jeff Kobe on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, and that's going to be key. It's going to be interesting to see if he keeps him there the whole rest of the half or brings him back. I would bet that he'll bring him back. You know, you take a chance, got to roll the dice. You need that big guy in there eventually. But I've been really impressed with Josh Heath. Boy, he is a good player.
Yeah,
really runs the team. Seems like he can get in the paint whenever he wants. He's causing them some problems. But on the other end, Joe Kirby's really started to assert himself and attacked right back at him. He's a good young sophomore.
So far, the number 1 team, according to Source Hoops, has taken home a state championship. Number 1 Chipley won the 1A state championship. As Conde got fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Also in Class 2A, it was number 1 Orlando Christian Prep rolling over number 3 Champagnat Catholic. We have number 1 Tampa Prep here in 3A. Lake Highland Prep, number 1 in 4A, will play number 4 Pinecrest coming up later this afternoon, as the first free throw is no good. Also in 5A, number 1 Lake Wales still alive. Number 1 Norland out of Miami alive in 6A. Ely out of Pompano Beach is ranked number 1 in 7A. They're here as well. The only number 1 team not here, Coach, you played them, Dr. Phillips of Orlando.
That's true. That's true. The rest of those number 1s, I would say, are the favorite to win.
Shot by Rolfs, no good, but he got his own rebound. Kicks it back out to Kirby. Kirby for 3 over Heath. Good.
That was a tough shot.
7 for Joe Kirby. And we are tied at 17. A little over 30 seconds into this first quarter or second quarter of play. Heath to Rabigwe. Good look inside, and they draw the foul.
That was a nice little seal by Devontae Morgan in there. He's a versatile player. They got a little smaller kid on him, so they went to post him up. It was a nice play.
Foul was called on Heath. That's his second. So Heath with 2 for Tampa Prep. We mentioned Kobe on the bench with 2 for Sagemont. And the free throw in and out, no good for Devontae Morgan, the senior. Morgan yesterday, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 3 steals. 28 minutes of action. He was 2 of 7 from the floor, 3 of 5 from the foul line.
Yeah, I think he needs to step up today. I mean, he is their leading scorer, and he is going to Butler next year. There's a little full court pressure by Tampa Prep now.
1 point game. They're able to beat the press. Layup good by Rolfs. Victor Rolfs off the bench with 7. 6'4" senior.
They're not matched up here coming back.
Rabigwe missed the shot. Followed no good by Morgan and rebounded by Conde. Kirby. Rolfs with the ball fake. Baseline
nice
shot.
Move.
Good.
That was a nice move. Nice shot fake, 1 dribble, just like you work on in practice every day.
3-point game. Sagemont trailed early, but now leading by 3. They trailed by 3 at the end of the first quarter, 17-14. Whistle and a foul. And it will be on Jordan Cooper. Excuse me, no, it was 4, not 5. So there'll be the first foul on Rolfs.
Next team foul. Well, actually, I got 2 more to give before they get in the 1-on-1.
Inbounds pass up top to Ephraim Lavi. Now to Heath. Heath picked up by DeLucia. Heath from 15. And rebounded by Sagemont's Kulichov. Kirby in the corner. DeLucia wide open 3. No good. And rebounded by Rabigui. Heath gets the pass ahead to Morgan. Baseline drive. Puts a shot up. No good. Rabigui crashing the boards, but taken away by Conde. And timeout call by Sagemont.
I never like those timeouts this early in the game when a kid's trapped like that, but hey, you save a possession.
Yeah. And right now, every possession seems to be critical. Close game.
I think Tampa Prep's getting a little too much, since they've gone to the man-to-man, it seems like they're playing a little too much one-on-one. And, that time Heath took a really bad shot down. They got to settle down, run some sets or run something here. And, the one time they got the good set into Devontae Morgan and he got fouled. They need to do more of that, The little guard for Sagemont, what's his name? DeLucia. He's doing a nice job of staying in front of Heath right now. So I think they need to run a set, and Joe needs to get him settled down a little bit.
Speaking of guards, Coach, you'll get a chance to see Joe Barry again. I know you saw him at the Kingdom of the Sun.
I got plenty of chance to see Joe Barry, more than I wanted.
Number 1, Lake Island Prep. Number 4, Pinecrest coming up in the 4A championship at 2:35. Mark will join Marty Paulman on the call.
We'll switch in defense there by Tampa Prep.
Shot in the paint, no good by Conde, but another offensive rebound. Kirby with a miss. The ball will go out of bounds. Last touch by Sagemont. I thought that Kulichov may have thrown it off of the Tampa Prep player, but official was right there on the call.
That was a good switch in defenses by Coach Fenlon. They went 1-3-1 there, but they're getting hurt on the boards a little bit.
Tampa Prep with 4 players averaging in double figures. Heath with a leaner. Got his own rebound. Splits defenders, adjusts his shot, and draws the foul.
He had a nice step through right there. He got his own rebound, took a bounce, and stepped through those 2 guys.
Foul will be on View Conde. That's his first, team 4th. But team 6th.
Once again, they took a shot without ever making a pass. And you're not making Sagemont work very hard defensively when you do that.
First free throw of the game, good by Josh Heath. Heath shoots 68% on the season, averaging 11.9 a game, but had almost double that in the semifinals. And he got them both. 8 first-half points for the junior.
Press after the free throw. Last time they gave up a layup. Let's see what happens this time.
Oh, Conde's shot is blocked away.
They gave up a layup, but it was blocked.
Rabigui came up big, and carrying is called. They turn it right back over. Good size in this game.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm still surprised. I keep waiting to see if Coach is going to bring Kobe back.
Rolls banks in 2 more. 6 of his 11 here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'm not loving the press against the Sagemont team. They've broken it 3 straight times and gotten layups.
Heath guarded by DeLucia. Pass inside, saved. Out now to
tough shot.
Holmes. And rebounded by Rolfs.
See, once again, that was a really tough shot.
Conde cut off by Rabigui. Rolfs for 3, no good. And the ball out of bounds, back to Tampa Prep. Coming up on our second quarter media timeout.
You know, Conde's come off the bench and done a nice job in place of Kobe there for Sagemont. He's really controlled the boards and had a couple blocks in there. That's probably why he can afford to keep Kobe on the bench.
It's a nice luxury. You substitute 6'8" for 6'8".
That's a nice commodity to have.
Yeah. Adam Ross, the coach for Sagemont in his 4th year. Heath up top to Lavi for 3, no good, and rebounded by Cooper. Outlet down the floor, but Kulichov going to be called for traveling.
You know, it's kind of funny. I thought he traveled on the pass there. I didn't think he traveled on the layup. I thought they missed the travel on the pass, but either way it worked out.
Maybe it was a makeup call.
Yeah, either way it worked out.
Tampa Prep trailing by 3. They led by 3 at the end of the first quarter. Good first half here in this Class 3A state championship game from the Lakeland Center. Heath with a floater. Comes up short. Got his own rebound again. His follow shot is good. Wow.
He got in the paint there, missed the floater, got his own rebound.
Got a nice soft touch, too.
Oh, he's a good player.
10 points, and he'll have another year, just a junior. Kulichov to the baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Conde tried to get it, but Rolfs is there. His follow shot, no good. Boy, look at Sagemont crashing the boards. And traveling is called on Conde.
Had quite a few attempts there. It was almost looking like shoot till you score.
Timeout on the floor for a media timeout. 3:01 remaining in the opening half. It's a 1-point game here at the Lakeland Center. Sagemont, the defending state champions. Big wins this year over Champagnat, Grandview Prep. Also losses to Coral Springs Christian, Pinecrest, and Monsignor Pace. Tampa Prep has been here 8 times. 3rd time they've been to the state championship game, but they have not been able to bring home a state championship. Well, Tampa Prep got things going early, Mark, but your thoughts on how they're playing right now?
Well, I think once again they need to get a little more passing into their offensive game. I mean, Josh Heath is doing a good job of attacking, but you know sometimes when you do that, other guys kind of get stagnant and sit around and watch a little bit, and I think that's kind of what's turned into. The game's got good flow. I mean, the officials are doing a good job. There's not a lot of foul calls. I think all the fouls have been called are obvious, and they're letting them play a little bit. So it's got a nice flow to it. But, you know, I just think Tampa Prep's just got to settle down a little bit and run some things.
Joe Finland says his team has moxie, that they trust each other and they never get rattled.
Well, I think that starts with Heath. He's got such a calm demeanor out there. Him and Devontae Morgan both.
You know, one thing that you hear about being able to get to Lakeland, Mark, you got to have good guard play.
Oh, there's no doubt. Guards win in high school. Guards win at every level, but if you got really good guards, you know, you're going to see a super one next game. But,
yeah,
you know, there's some good ones in this game, too.
Foul called on Sagemont. That will put Tampa Prep in the bonus. No, excuse me, it's an offensive foul. That's on Ephraim Levy. That'll be his second.
Wow, I missed that call.
I did too. Tampa Prep, 9 of 23 from the floor, 39.1%, 1 of 3 beyond the arc. Sagemont, 33.3%, 9 of 27, including 1 of 4 beyond the arc. 18-15, Sagemont has out-rebounded Tampa Prep by 3. Ball's out of bounds to Sagemont. Tampa Prep, 4 assists, 5 turnovers. Sagemont, 2 assists, 4 turnovers. Numbers fairly even.
Oh, nice out of bounds play. He missed the layup though.
Backdoor, couldn't get it to go down. Heath comes away with it. Behind the back against Rolfs. Whoa, and the alley-oop. A little showtime for Devontae Morgan and Josh Heath.
Nice pass. They've been playing together a while, you can tell.
And Tampa Prep reclaims the lead by 1. Kulichov, boy, they've had a hard time getting him going. Finally gets the basket. That's his first of the game.
Wow, that's a good-looking drive. He's got to do more of that. They got to get him the ball some.
A seesaw the other way. 1-point lead for Sagemont. Sagemont, the defending state champion. Tampa Prep ranked #1 in the state. Something's got to give today. After a miss, the shot rims in for Rabigwe.
Yeah, I don't like the way Sagemont's guarding the screen roll there. They got caught in the switch that time. The time before, they didn't really communicate on what anybody was doing. They've got to do a better job.
Kulachov showing his range. Missed the shot. Well shot blocked inside by Morgan. Outlet ahead. Layup good by Woodside. Bernard Woodside off the bench with his first 2 of the game, and it's a 3-point lead for Tampa Prep.
It's a dangerous time. You don't want to call a timeout. There's only a minute to go, but you can feel the momentum.
Morgan.
They get a turnover and call a timeout to save it.
So 52 seconds left in the half, and Tampa Prep has reclaimed the lead. Good back and forth game today.
Yeah, they're on a little run there. They got some steals, got some turnovers, and really came down there looking good in transition.
28-25, don't forget, coming up at 2:35 today, it'll be the Class 4A state championship between #1 Lake Highland Prep, #4 Pinecrest. No Brandon Knight, no problem. Pinecrest back to the state championship game.
Well, they got a few players down there. Trayvon Henry's a real good player.
That's true.
I mean, he's going to Northwestern to play football, but he's a heck of a basketball player. It'd be interesting to see if he guards Joel Berry. I think that'd be a really good matchup because Trayvon's an excellent defender, big, strong kid. So that'll be an interesting matchup. I'm looking forward to that game.
And Jay Henderson didn't come into the game till the final minute of the game, so that probably was just a given, used to the atmosphere, so I expect him to play today.
Yeah, I expect him to play, but I don't know that he's 100%. I mean, he obviously would be in there if he is.
That gives them a great backcourt combo, though.
Oh, certainly.
Baseline shot is good by Rabigwe. He's got 6.
Tough shot.
Sagemont down 5. After the miss, the follow shot by Conde, his first basket of the game. That's a
but he's been
lead.
big on the boards. He's got some rebounds and he's altered some shots inside.
Yeah, he's definitely filled in nicely for Kobe. So, kind of surprised Kobe hadn't been in there the entire second quarter.
I am. I mean, it's different coaches think different things. Nice pass inside.
And the finish by Conde. So back-to-back field goals.
It's a nice finish for Sagemont here.
Shot from half court. Oh, it almost went in. An exciting first half. It's a 1-point game. Tampa Prep, ranked #1, heads to the locker room up by 1 over the defending state champion Lions of Sagemont. Our halftime score, Tampa Prep 30, Sagemont 29. We'll come back a couple minutes before the start of the second half and recap the totals from this first half. Mike Rideout along with Mark Grisick in this Class 3A state championship game from the Lakeland Center right here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
12 over here for Greg. 14 for Austin. Nicely done. Don't worry, contestants to get your prize tax recommended for you. Brought to you by Sports Authority or Virtual Schools. Play on Sports and Breakouts. That's the plan.
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center. You see the halftime score in this Class 3A state championship game. Let's take a look at the first half stats. In the first half, Tampa Prep 13 of 29 from the floor, 44.8% mark. What are some of the other numbers that jump out at you?
Well, I think one of the numbers, we talked about how hard it is to shoot here. Combined, both teams are 2 for 9 from the three. Turnovers look pretty good. They're both doing a pretty good job of taking care of the ball. Sagemont with a huge advantage on the offensive boards, and I think that's kept them in the game. I'm anxious to see, they were able to stay in the game without Kobe, and it'll be interesting to see how he plays this second half, sitting all that time.
Jeff Kobe will start the second half, and how about Conde off the bench? Only 4 points, but 11 boards in the first half.
Yeah, he was big. I mean, like you said, it's nice to have a 6'8 kid to come in for the 6'8 kid, and I thought he played some major minutes for him. The other kid I thought that did a good job was Joe Kirby. I thought he came in and gave some good minutes there, the guard for Sagemont.
11 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 5 shooting, including 1 of 1 beyond the arc, also 1 assist for Kirby.
Once again, he picked up 2 fouls, and coach decided to sit him down too. So, that some coaches have that rule. If you get 2 fouls in the first half, you're going to sit. And, I used to be like that earlier in my career, but I've kind of changed on that stance.
Sagemont had 6 fouls in the first half. Tampa Prep had 7. Josh Heath and Ephraim Levy with a couple of fouls each. And by the way, Stan Heath stopped by. It's kind of good to, a big win for them yesterday.
Great win for them. He's had a phenomenal year. Very happy for him. He's a first-class guy, and happy for that program.
Good that he's here to see his son Josh play, who had 10 points in the half. Also 5 rebounds. He may be on his way to a double-double. Second half underway. Tampa Prep with a basketball. Leading by 1 here in the third quarter, and a foul quickly just 12 seconds in.
Yeah, Devontae Morgan with a nice, they went to do a screen roll there, declined the screen, drove it hard, and got fouled.
It'll be the first foul on Jordan Cooper, the 6'5 sophomore. And Devontae Morgan, who's 1 for 2 in the first half, will shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, I'd really like to see him get it going. I mean, he is a very good player. And right now, he was 1 for 6 in the first half. His only basket was the dunk. So, he's got to get it going a little bit for him.
And he missed them both. Rebounded by Jeff Kobe. Kobe did not play the entire second quarter after picking up 2 fouls in the first quarter. Kulichov. And one. No, they're going to call an offensive foul.
Wow.
So no basket for Igor Kulichov.
I thought maybe the basket should have counted. I thought he, kind of came down on him and had released the ball afterwards, but not going to be the call.
It seems like to me more and more you see the basket doesn't count on a play like that.
No, you're right. It's very seldom you see them count the basket and say he ran into him afterwards.
So Tampa Prep with a chance to add to this 1-point lead, looking for their first boys basketball state championship in school history. Let's see if the 8th time is the charm, including the 3rd trip to the state championship game. Well, they're going to say it was last touched by Tampa Prep.
That was a bad pass. I mean, I think Prep's probably used to not playing as big of players, and they can kind of lob it up there for the big guy. But, Sagemont's got so much size in there, you're not going to be able to throw it in there like that.
Kulichov over to DeLucia. DeLucia picked up by Morgan. Boy, that's a height disadvantage there.
Yeah, but, DeLucia's handled himself pretty well. I've been impressed with him.
DeLucia, 5'9" junior. Kulichov for 3. Actually, no, excuse me, that was 5, not 15. Cooper. They both have the mohawk. It's hard to tell. They're about the same size. And after a miss, big offensive board, but the follow shot no good by Greg Berlin. And the ball went off the leg.
Yeah, Morgan is really struggling here. He got to the basket, just couldn't finish the play.
So Terrapins retained possession.
Coach looks like, oh no, I thought he was going to take him out there, but keep him in.
Jordan Cooper did check out.
Lob
for Sagemont. Oh, the alley-oop to Morgan. Nice. You don't see that often on an inbounds play.
Nice set play, though. That kid, the guard bid on the other cut to take him out of the middle. That was wide open.
Great play. And a push foul.
It's a good call. He had 2 hands in his back there. Yeah, that'd be nice to have replay on
exactly.
that one.
I was just thinking the same thing, man. I'd love to go back and see that one again.
Nice set play by Coach Fenlon there, though. It's nice when you have players that can go up and get it.
Adonis Robigui picks up his second. Kobe shot blocked.
Robigui's playing well in there. He's going right at Kobe. They cannot afford for him to get another foul, though, I'll tell you that.
And an offensive foul before the ball is inbounded.
Called a moving screen on the block-to-block. That's a tough call. I don't know about that.
That'll be on Igor Kulichov. That's his second. 3-point lead for the Terrapins. Tampa Prep led by 3 at the end of the first quarter. Sagemont was able to come back, take a lead in the second quarter. Heath with a miss and picked up by Rolfs. Screen by Kobe. And then Kirby got fouled.
Kirby's a good-looking sophomore. He's going to be a very good player the next 2 years. He's been aggressive, attacked there, came off the screen nice.
Second foul on Devontae Morgan. Kirby had 4 in the first, hit a 3 in the second. And his first free throw of the game is good. Kirby yesterday with 12 points, one of 3 players in double figures, but they had 2 other players with 9.
He's got a nice looking shot.
He does. He got them both. So he's approaching double figures now with 9. Back to a 1-point game, 32-31. Tampa Prep in this Class 3A state championship game. Mike Rideout along with Mark Grisick, head coach in Orlando. at Olympia High School, a Class 8A school. 8 classes means 1 extra day. We started on Tuesday. 6 games Tuesday, 4 yesterday, 4 today, 6 tomorrow, and 4 on Friday. Some people do like the 1A classification. Some people don't, but I don't think anyone's going to complain about the extra basketball that they get to watch.
You know? Well, it affords more opportunity. You know, you got 8 more teams down here this year. Does water it down a little bit. We talked about that earlier. Right. But, you know, for the kids, it's a great opportunity. And, you know, I've said a state championship's a state championship.
This is true. And you being a former coach at PK Young in Gainesville, no, you were glad to see Alachua County represented. Hawthorne was here. Union County also here.
Yeah, nice for those schools to get down here. You know, they're been in the tough district with the Providences and those kind of the ACDs, and it's been tough to get out of there.
Victor Rolfs hits 1 of 2. He ties the game. That's his 12th point. 32 all, 5:20 and counting in the third quarter. The foul was called on Rabigwe. That's his 3rd. But he comes right back offensively with a 2-handed jam.
Well, they broke that pressure easy and got down, got a dunk.
Little shake and bake move by Kirby in the lane. Yes. No, they're going to call an offensive foul. Unless he pushed off, Mark.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
No.
Because Heath was obviously moving on the play.
Yeah, I don't know about that call. That's amazing.
3rd foul on Joe Kirby.
Yeah, he's going to take him out here, too.
Two-point lead for the Terrapins, ranked number 1 in Class 3A. Sagemont, the defending state champions.
Yeah, I think that hurts them a little bit, losing him. But he'll be back.
Josh Heath went up and got tied up.
Yeah, I'm not liking the just the clear out here with Josh attacking. The last 4 or 5 times they've gotten nothing out of it. You know, and like I said, no one else touches the ball, and guys get stagnant. I think I liked it when they came out in the first play of the second half and ran a screen roll action there. And they just need to get some movement, get a little action going. Tampa Prep going a little zone here. Little 3-2 zone now.
DeLucia. Bounce pass over to Rolfs. Nice spin move by Kobe, and then Kobe had his shot blocked away by Morgan.
Yeah, once again, Tampa Prep went small, took the big guy out, and went zone.
Terrapins with a chance to add to a 2-point lead. 4.5 to play in the third quarter of this 3A title game.
Now they're running a little motion, getting a little movement. I like this better.
Morgan. Throw it away.
Bad decision. He's really struggling.
Well, Sagemont looking for their first field goal. They've gone almost 4 minutes without a basket.
Well, it needs to come from Colby probably.
They work it around the perimeter. Rolfs drives in, has pass deflected, stolen. Outlet deflected, but right back into the hands of Marshall Holmes, who lays it in for his 8th point.
Holmes is a nice plug off the bench for them.
Had 6 in the opening quarter. Kobe, turnaround shot in the lane, rims out. The follow tap, no good. Kobe taps it again, no good. Another rebound for Kobe. He missed the shot, but he got fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
Did a good job of staying with it.
Greg Berlin picks up the personal. That's his 2nd. That's the 4th team foul here the second half against the Terrapins. Kobe 3 for 6 from the foul line. And he got the first free throw. 6 points in the game for Jeff Kobe, but only 1 field goal today. Columbia University signee.
They got to figure out a way to get him some more touches, I think, especially well, they brought Rabigwe back in, but when he's out of the game, they got to figure out a way to get him the ball.
And second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Devontae Morgan.
Didn't get back very well here.
Looks like the shot was blocked underneath. He got cut off by the official. Our first media timeout of the second half. A 3-point lead for Tampa Prep. 36-33, but again, Coach, Sagemont has yet to get a field goal in this third quarter.
Yeah, I think they've had a few turnovers down there, just some missed shots. They're struggling to score right now, and it's amazing they're only down 3. That's due to Tampa Prep having kind of the same issues. They've had some bad turnovers and some quick shots.
Tampa Prep with only 3 field goals in the quarter.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to check Kirby back in. I like that. I like that kid in the game.
Well, Mark, we talked about the championship game coming up next at 2:35, but also today, the 5A semifinals. Terry Parker and Nature Coast in one semifinal, and Lake Wales and American Heritage in the other. Who do you like in 5A?
I like Lake Wales. I saw them early. They actually beat this Tampa Prep team. That's their only loss. And they're loaded. They're probably, them and Ely may be the 2 best public schools in the state regardless of class. Nature Coast has got Tyler Bergantino inside, going to UMass.
Right.
Good player, played AAU for me in the summer. Nice kid, and very happy for him and his team. And I don't know much about Terry Parker, but
Terry Parker lost Solomon Poole, got ejected a couple of games, so he's done for the season. And yet here they are in the Final Four.
That's interesting.
Tampa Prep with a basketball, and they're going to call a push foul on Jeff Kobe.
It's 3 on him.
That will send Bernard Woodside to the foul line.
Woodside did a good job there of initiating the contact, I thought. I thought that probably should have been a no call.
Woodside shoots 65%. Got the first one to go down. 3 points for the junior. Here in the second half, Sagemont 0 for 5 from the floor. Tampa Prep 3 for 6.
See, here's another case where they took Rabigwe out. So now, in my mind, that we got to get the ball inside to Kobe if I'm Sagemont.
Woodside got them both.
Big free throws.
Yep. 5-point game. This game has been close throughout.
Little zone.
Kulichov thought about a 3. Kirby back in the game with 3 fouls.
They're doing a good job. They're trying to screen the interior of the zone to free up Kobe. There it is. Nice little set.
Basket and 1.
That was a nice set.
First field goal of the third quarter for Sagemont, and it's a big one because it's a chance at a 3-point play.
I like that set right there. I may steal that. They ran him off. They ran the shooter off a double screen, and then the top screener went down and screened the middle guy for the big fella to get open.
You make a great point, Mark. I mean, if you're a coach coming to the finals, you can learn a lot, can't you?
Oh, there's no doubt. I learn something every time I watch a game.
Free throw is good by Kobe, and he's on his way to double digits. That's 9 points for Jeff Kobe.
Sat him down, put Conde back in. I think they lose a little offensively here.
But again, he had 11 boards in the first half.
He was good on the boards.
Each team with 5 fouls here in the second half, so we're approaching the bonus for both teams. Morgan cut off. Good defense by Rolfs.
That's real good D. There's better D there.
Rabigwe with a miss.
There's the 12th board.
Boy, and he hustles down the floor, too.
Yes, he does a nice job of sprinting the floor.
Good feed to the baseline, but then the pass goes off the hands of Conde. Now here's Morgan. Finger roll, no. Follow shot also no good. Rabigwe right there.
Devontae just can't get anything to go.
Double digits now for the junior Adonis Bigwig, or Rubigwig, excuse me. 10 points. 8 of his 10 have come in the last 2 quarters. 4-point lead for Tampa Prep. Under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Now your question for Sagemont is where are your points going to come from? Wow.
He got bailed out, didn't he?
He got bailed out big time there. I don't even think he was facing the basket.
He wasn't. Kind of had his side to the basket.
Oh, that's a bad foul.
That's the third on Ephraim Levy.
Yeah, that was a bad foul. He had him stopped and had him all confused. About to get a 3-second call, I think.
Yeah.
Just threw it up.
Actually the third free throw attempt of the game. He was 0 for 2 in the second quarter. And he's still looking for his first free throw.
Yeah, he's going to struggle there. Yeah, stats have him at 50% on the year. I'm not so sure he's that.
Well, if he hits this, he's 25% for the game. And he missed that.
That one had no chance.
No, almost an air ball. 4-point lead for Tampa Prep. Terrapins still looking for that first state championship in school history against the defending state champions. And Rabigui lays it in. 6 of his 12 here in the third quarter.
I think he's got to get Kobe back in the game. I would maybe burn a timeout right here. I know you only got a minute to go, but
Kulachov been very quiet today. Had that one nice move inside, and that's it. Kirby to DeLucia. Rolfs baseline. Goes up and draws the foul against Rabigui, and that'll be his 4th.
That's a big foul.
Victor Rolfs will shoot 2 shots today, 2 for 3. 12 points for the 6'4" senior. And he got the first free throw, 5 on the day. 5-point game, chance to make it a 4-point game.
It's amazing. It's going to be, could be a 4-point game here. I just feel like Tampa Prep has kind of controlled this quarter, and yet they're still only up 4.
Well, again, I'm surprised that Kulachov has not been involved a little bit more as the second free throw is good. Actually, my apologies, 13. I said 5.
Yeah, especially with Kobe in foul trouble. You'd think Kulachov would really need to step up.
He averages 15.8 a game, almost a steal. And in fact, it is. Kirby to Kulachov, 4-3. Yes.
Wow. Big possession right there.
It's a 1-point game. Must have heard us talking about him.
Score here. They're going to clear it out and let Heath go one-on-one.
Heath picked up by DeLucia. Heath, good feed to the baseline. Layup by Marshall Holmes. 10 points for Holmes. And a timeout with, that's the end of the
quarter.
End of the quarter. At the end of 3 in this Class 3A state championship game, 44-41. A 3-point lead for the Terrapins of Tampa Prep. We'll return for the 4th and final quarter right after this timeout on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to the Lakeland Center. Mike Rideout along with Mark Grisick. 3-point game as we enter the fourth and final quarter. Tampa Prep 44, Sagemont 41. Tampa Prep ranked number 1. Sagemont, the defending state champion. 14-12. Tampa Prep outscored Sagemont in the third quarter of play. And again, Jeff Kobe was on the bench. 3 fouls. We expect to, in fact, he is out on the floor now to begin the fourth quarter. And as we move to the fourth quarter, your thoughts on both teams and how they can pull this one out, Mark?
Well, I think it's going to come down to, whether Sagemont can get the ball into Kobe a little bit and get him going. And then I also think Pulovich has got to get it going. He hit a big 3 there at the end of the quarter, and they need more of that out of him. He's got to step up a little bit. And for Tampa Prep, Devontae Morgan has really struggled. He's got to get a few shots to go down. He's getting some shots and taking some shots, but right now he's 2 for 8, and just really needs to get something going.
Tampa Prep with 3 players in double figures at the end of 3. Josh Heath with the basketball. He has 10. Also 10 points for Marshall Holmes off the bench. Baseline shot, good.
It's Holmes.
Marshall Holmes now with 12. The sophomore has come up big off the bench.
Yep, he's a good player. I've known him for a while. His brother played at Wharton.
Also 12 for Rabigwe, but he's got 4 fouls.
Oh, that's a big turnover.
Heath gets it into the front court. Tampa Prep with a 5-point lead. They can take their largest lead of the game with a basket here.
I like they've got some motion going now. They got a little movement. I thought they'd gotten stagnant now, and this is much better. They're getting some ball screen action, some cuts.
Holmes against Kobe.
That's a good no call.
Yeah. Off balance shot. Back to the basket. Kobe almost got away with a travel.
Yeah, he got a charge.
He would have rather have had the travel.
Yeah. That was the passer's fault. They should never gave it to him in that spot. He had Igor down there wide open in the corner for the 3.
Kobe's going to check out. Conde will check in.
I just got a feeling that Tampa Prep's on the verge of just breaking this thing open. The momentum just feels like it's going their way.
And I think the only way that can change if number 15 gets involved for Sagemont.
No doubt. Yeah, he's got to do more than he's done.
46-41, a 5-point lead for Tampa Prep. Fourth and final quarter of this Class 3A state championship game. Morgan lost it, but got it back. Boy, Berlin was calling for it on the baseline.
He's going to attack the big guy.
Morgan penetrates. And what a swat by Conde. Kept alive, though. Layup no good by Woodside. Rebounded by Conde.
Conde is very active in there.
Inside to Conde. He quickly draws the double team. Puts the shot up no good.
Yeah, he's
rebounded by Tampa Prep.
As good as he is at the defensive end, he's not there offensively yet. But he's got a big upside.
A chant of Tampa Prep behind us. Also on the other side, across from the Tampa Prep, or behind the Tampa Prep bench. Terrapin fans all over the place. Good crowd for this Class 3A state championship game. Heath, wide open on the baseline. Berlin. That's the first basket of the game for the senior, Greg Berlin.
He knocked that down with confidence.
Largest lead of the game. Tampa Prep by 7 with 5:15 to play in the game.
Coach has got Kobe at the table. I don't know that I wouldn't burn a timeout just to get him in here.
Kirby to DeLucia. Now Kirby looking inside, but nothing there for Conde. Kulichov drives. Kulichov banks it home.
Got to do more of that.
Especially if you've got Kobe inside.
Oh, yeah.
Draws the defenders, and then it's an easy basket for Kobe. But Kobe's got to make sure he doesn't pick up his 5th foul when he does return. 5-point game again.
I think as this game starts to wind down, the key is going to be Tampa Prep's got plenty of guards, and they're going to just spread you out now and kind of ice it a little bit. That's a tough shot.
Shot wouldn't go down for Woodside, and Sagemont with a chance to close the gap to 3 or 2 on a long-range shot.
Yeah. I don't know.
Kulichoff for 3 with a hand in the face and air ball.
Wow. Talk about a tough shot.
Yeah. Conde will check out.
Bad shot down here by Tampa Prep, and then that was just an awful shot. That was kind of a panic. And there's plenty of time left in this game.
Adam Ross telling him about that as he comes off the bench too, or comes to the bench. Terrapins by 5 with the basketball as we approach our final media timeout of the game.
Now this is that point in the game for Prep where, everybody's got to know their role, and I got to know what's a good shot for me right now and not force anything.
Well, and with no shot clock in high school basketball, you don't have to take one. Actually, they're going to say the ball went off at DeLucia. So immediate timeout, 3:50 remaining in the game. A 5-point lead for Tampa Prep. And, well, now at this point, Mark, free throws will become big too. Tampa Prep, as we look at their free throw shooters, have to kind of figure out the guys that Sagemont might foul.
Well, it looks like Holmes is about only 58%. If he's in there, Rabigwe would be one you'd want to foul at 49%. You definitely don't want to foul Morgan and Heath.
Yeah.
Although Morgan missed 2 earlier, that probably means he's not going to miss 2 more.
In fact, he's missed 3 of 4. Heath has made both of his free throws today. They haven't really shot that many today. Only 8 on the day.
Yeah, I think at this point Tampa Prep's just going to, if I'm them, I'm kind of spreading it out and making you come chase me a little bit. And with the good guard play that he's got, that's going to be tough for Sagemont to do that. And, you spread them out, and if you can get something going to the basket, get something going to the basket. If not, pull it back out and make them foul you eventually.
We just saw a couple of the scores from the other championship games. It's been a common theme so far. The number 1 team has been able to bring home a state championship. Will number 1 Tampa Prep be next? Looking for their first ever state championship in boys basketball. Heath picked up by DeLucia. Heath, oh, nice move.
Yep. That's what I say. It's going to be tough for them to chase them. And this zone now, Tampa Prep zone has really given them problems. I mean, when Colby's getting it, they're just collapsing on him, and they don't look like they have anybody that can really is really looking to knock down an outside shot.
Colby throws it away.
Yeah. I mean, they're getting it into him, but he's got 3 guys standing around him. They got to have somebody else outside.
Adam Ross was arguing that the ball got deflected, but I think it was just a bad pass. Adam Ross in his 4th year, trying to go back-to-back. Tampa Prep looking for their first ever state championship. Ball poked from behind, loose ball picked up by Victor Rolfs. Now here's Kirby. Kirby all the way, layup
Nice
good.
take.
11 points for Joe Kirby, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, that was a nice aggressive take, went right at the big guy. He's got 4 fouls. He didn't want to foul him. So that was good recognition on his point.
Don't forget, coming up at 2:35 today, Mark Grisick will join Marty Paulman for the Class 4A state championship. Number 1 Lake Highland Prep and their sophomore sensational guard, Joe Berry, against number 4 Pinecrest. And then the 5A semifinals are coming up tonight. At 6 o'clock, it'll be Terry Parker out of Jacksonville, Nature Coast out of Brooksville. Number 1 Lake Wells and number 6 American Heritage. American Heritage making their first ever finals appearance. It's hard to think about that, but Kenny Boynton couldn't get them here because of Brandon Knight.
Yeah, you're talking about they had Kenny Boynton, Ray Taylor, and Eloy Vargas.
Wow.
And could not get past Brandon Knight and Pinecrest.
But they are here, and they will take on the number 1 team, Lake Wales, who you like in Class 5A. That's coming up at 8 o'clock tonight. You can watch all the action right here on the FHSAA network. And a quick foul.
It's not a bad foul. I thought he might have got it clean there, but that's not a bad foul. He didn't run much time off, and you're sending one of their weaker free throw shooters to the line, and it's a 1-and-1.
Marshall Holmes will shoot his first free throw attempt of the game. This will be a 1-and-1. Both teams in the bonus.
This is interesting. He doesn't put anybody on the line.
And he missed it. Rebounded by Kulichov.
I've never been a big proponent of that.
Why do you think they do that?
I have no idea. Especially when it's 1-on-1. Oh.
With authority, Kulichov. 9 points for the 6'5 junior, Igor Kulichov, and it's a 3-point game.
Got ourselves another ball game here.
We do. They don't have to foul now.
Yeah, let's go under that.
Almost forced to travel or a jump ball.
Oh.
No basket. Heath got fouled. And Josh Heath will shoot a 1-on-1.
Let's see if they line anybody up this time.
Well,
they got one in.
Player.
It's interesting.
Foul was called on Nick DeLucia. That's his first foul.
Well, 1-on-1. We'll see if he needs to knock down some free throws here.
You mentioned earlier 68% on the year.
Short.
It's no good. Kulichov with a rebound. A chance to make it a 1-point game, or they can tie on a long-range shot.
Wow. 2 front ends they missed now. That's big.
Sagemont, the defending state champions, down by 3. DeLucia
Good
thought
pass.
about a 3 inside to
Oh,
Kobe,
wow,
and Kobe got fouled. A late whistle, but
I thought that was a good call. Thought that was a good call.
Foul was against Devontae Morgan. That's his third. Jeff Kobe a chance to reach double digits. Columbia University signee. Averaging 11.2 a game.
He's got nice length. He uses his body well. Got to get a little better inside at the next level.
Pretty good touch for a big guy, but he misses the free throw.
Yep. If you notice, every move he's made today has gone to his right. He's turned to his right. He'll need to get a few more moves in his arsenal at the next level.
Right. Well, a big free throw here. Don't want to waste any points. Chance to make it a 2-point game with 2 minutes to play. And he got 1 of 2, 10 points in the game.
He's been 1 of 2 almost every time, hasn't he?
Yeah, he made his first 2, but then after that he's been 1 for 2. Morgan, it's good defense by Kulichov.
Need to pressure him.
They feed it to the
corner. Oh, that's a bad shot.
The 3 good by Marshall Holmes. 15 off the bench.
Oh, what a steal.
Holmes again. Boy, he has been big.
Wow.
7 of his points here in the fourth quarter, and he's getting mobbed by his teammates.
Wow. Big 3, and then the big steal, a 5-0 run by Holmes himself. I mean, that shot out of the corner is one of those yeah.
Right, yeah. If he misses it, what are you doing? If he makes it, great shot.
Yeah, for sure. You're talking about a 19% three-point shooter that just knocked down that 3 out of the corner.
And that's his first 3 of the game.
Wow, that's amazing.
7 of his 17 off the bench here in the fourth quarter. And as you mentioned, 5-0 run. Just like that, boom, we go from a 2-point game with 2 minutes to play. In 30 seconds, it's a 7-point game.
Yeah, that was the 3 was a dagger in itself, and then the steal and the dunk. That may have done it.
55-48 Tampa Prep. Just 90 seconds away from their first ever state championship under their longtime head coach Joe Finland in his 29th year. as the head coach of the Terrapins. They're ranked #1 in the state in 3A according to SourceSuits. And they've got a chance now to lock it down and take it back to Tampa. Meanwhile, Sagemont graduated 4 starters from last year's Class 2A state championship team, trying to go back-to-back.
Yeah, one of those was Rod Days, who was a really good player. So they lost a lot off that team from last year. It's amazing that they're able to get back here with a fairly young team. I mean, it looks like they'll have a chance to be back here again next year.
DeLucia up top to Kirby. Kobe coming out beyond the arc.
It's a set. Looks like they're running a set, but
inside to Rolfs. And he banks it home. 16 for Victor Rolfs off the bench. 63 seconds to play in the game. 5-point lead for Tampa Prep. Heath closely guarded by DeLucia, and now they do call a foul on Nick DeLucia.
I don't know about that call. I mean, you could have called that 20 seconds ago.
Yeah. I mean, at some point you're going to have to foul anyway.
Yeah.
Heath may not be the guy to foul, but he did miss the front end of a 1-on-1.
Like I said, once again, we don't line anybody up at the free throw line, but that's his strategy. So
maybe he's thinking they're going to make the free throws.
I guess that's maybe showing confidence in your guys.
Right.
I've never had that much confidence in my guys.
13 for the junior, Josh Heath.
He looked good on those. I don't think he'll miss any more.
They match our largest lead of the game again. 57-50 a minute ago. It was a 2-point game. Kobe, the pass, had it knocked away, and it went off the foot of Marshall Holmes. Good call by the official.
Yeah, I thought Kobe could have been called for a foul there. He kind of hooked him around the arm.
I think that's what Holmes was saying too.
Yeah.
Kobe to Rolfs.
Got to get a shot up.
DeLucia for 3. Rims out, no good. Last touch by Tampa Prep. 37 seconds remaining. Tampa Prep leads by 7. They go inside to Kobe. Kobe almost got tied up.
Yeah, I thought he might have traveled there first.
Kulichov called for his 4th foul. And it's going to be Josh Heath back to the foul line to shoot 2 shots. That's a double bonus now. $14 for Josh Heath.
Yeah, he knocks these 2 down. That pretty much does it, I think. Oop.
He missed it. Still a chance to give them their largest lead of the game. An 8-point lead with 32 seconds to play. Kirby. DeLucia back to Kirby. They need to get a shot off. A long 3 by Rolfs. No good. Kobe fights for, saves it. But then Kirby's shot got blocked. He did get fouled, and that's going to be number 5 on Ravigui.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a big deal.
Not with 18 seconds to play.
No.
But a good game for the junior. 12 points today.
Oh, he played well. He more than held his own with the 2 big guys for Sagemont. We talked about early, that would be the matchup is could Sagemont control inside, and Ravigui was big today. He had some big buckets and really rebounded well and defended well in there.
Joe Kirby shooting 2 shots. He had made his first 2. 11 today for the 6-foot sophomore. Second free throw. Missed them both. Heath with a rebound, and that'll do it.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
If he had hit both free throws, could have made it a two-possession game, but 14 seconds left. Foul was called on Kirby, his fourth, and now Bernard Woodside with a chance to ice the game.
I tell you, Tampa Prep's going to have a nice team next year. They lose Morgan, but they bring back Adonis, and they bring back Heath, and they bring back Holmes. I mean, they're going to be right in the mix next year for sure.
And also Woodside, he's hit a couple of, or hit a big shot earlier today.
Yeah, he did.
First free throw was no good. 4 points for Woodside. Missed it. Rebounded by Rolfs. That may have been partially blocked. And Tampa Prep will win their first ever state championship in boys basketball. It's been a long time coming for head coach Joe Finland in his 29th year. 8 trips to the Final Four, 3 trips to the state championship game, and they finally get it done, knocking off a defending state champion in the process.
Yeah, that's congratulations to Coach Finland. You know, he's been in this business a long time, and he finally got that monkey off his back, so to say. And it doesn't define you by any means, but it's nice to see when guys who put a lot of time and a lot of years into it to get that reward, and I'm really happy for him.
Tampa Prep wins the Class 3A state championship, 31-1. What a run.
Nice run for them. Only loss was to Lake Wales, who's probably going to win a state championship themselves.
That loss to Lake Wales in the final game of the regular season.
Yeah, that was at the Mosaic over in Bartow. I was actually at that game.
And as you mentioned, Lake Wales might win the 5A championship. So congratulations also to the Sagemont Lions, Mark. After losing 4 starters, defending state champions got back to the championship game in 3A.
Coach did a nice job of, he's got some young kids. They're going to be good again next year, and did a nice job of getting back here. It plays a real tough schedule down there. They play Dr. Kropp and beat them, and play University School, who was really good. I mean, they've got some impressive wins on their resume this year.
17 off the bench for Marshall Holmes as he led Tampa Prep in scoring. Don't forget, you can buy a DVD of this broadcast by going to FHSAAsports.com. That's FHSAAsports.com. Mark, enjoyed working with you again.
It was great, Mike. Good seeing you.
Yep, you too.
I missed the Gainesville crew a little bit.
Absolutely. You need to get up our way, and we'll go hang.
There you go.
This has been a production of Play On Sports. Thanks again to our entire Play On Sports crew. Once again, the final score, Tampa Prep 58, Sagemont 50. Tampa Prep wins their first ever basketball state championship in boys basketball. For Mark Grisick, I'm Mike Rideout. Stay tuned. The award ceremony coming up next right here on the FHSAA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program and participate in the FHSAA network, go to FHSAAsports.com/SBP.
players, number 1, Jeff Cody. Number 2, Nick Galusha. Number 3, Joe Curry. Number 4, Victor Ross. Number 5, Jordan Cooper. Number 12, Ryan Reagan. Number 14, Joe King. Number